Well, it is not usual that I am in a dressing gown at this time of day. However, I am filming some content upstairs and it just always seems really silly to me to get an outfit on when I'm gonna be changing so many times. I'll tell you more about the content that I'm about to film in a minute, but I know we had a chat in my last video about me trying to get more protein in my diet. And before I ordered myself what Donna has suggested in terms of like her ape nutrition protein, my lovely friend Claudia has given me a little sample of hers. It's really funny, it actually was served to me as an ad and I saw that she followed this brand. I can't even remember what the brand is called. And I said, oh, have you tried this? This is really interesting because this one was centered all around female like hormone health and things like that. So she's given me some to make into a smoothie. So what I'm going to do, I hope that we have some frozen banana because it's literally going to be 1 cup of blueberries, 1 frozen banana, whole milk and protein powder in the smoothie, in me, and hopefully this is going to be a way for me to get more protein into my diet on a day-to-day basis because I think it's likely going to help with my like brain because I sometimes feel like my brain just doesn't work. So first port of call, ingredients. We have blueberries in a punnet and we have protein powder. We have whole milk. Do we have the banana? It is not looking good. Oh no, we are safe. I would say that that's a hack, but I feel like everybody knows this. If your bananas are going over, break them up into small little bits and just freeze them. You will always be thankful that you did that because I know I always am. So I'm gonna throw in this banana, although I think this might be more than one, and give this a try. Hopefully it's better than the bone broth. If you're interested in the bone broth that I was telling you about, it is this, Planet Paleo. If you can take it, you are a better woman than I am. That's for sure, because I can't do it. Do we have a cup of blueberries? I'm not sure that's a cup, you know. It might be a, oh no, it's just about a cup. If you squint your eyes, it's a cup. Frozen banana. 200 millilitres of milk, 1 tablespoon of this protein powder. Now I have to be honest, it smells like swamp, but bottoms up. And let's give it a whiz and see what we get. 10 seconds. I'm going to grab my smoothie glass, hoping that it's big enough. In all honesty, in future, I'll do a little bit less of my smoothie glass. Oh, bit lumpy in there. We have almost, oh gosh. Love it. Absolutely love it. Wow. That is so good. Okay, very happy. Really love that. Just need to work out if it's gonna make me feel really full. Well, I can confirm that that smoothie was absolutely delicious. So I've just gone on and tried to order some, but I just had a couple of questions that I had to ask them because you can make a saving of £10. But I'm trying to work out whether you can do so without taking the free bottle and the free whisk, because I actually think that one day I might drown in a sea of bottles and whisks. So I'm waiting for them to respond on that, but I'm so excited to try it. It's the Organised Nutrition protein, and basically, like I said, I saw it, I sent it to Claudia, I was like, have you tried this? She was like, yeah, use it every day. So I've ordered it. I loved it this morning, delicious. Anyway, you might be thinking, Lydia, why are you standing in one of your Karen Millen dresses? Well, I know I've been getting lots of messages and people are like, how dare you not update us if you're not doing any more collections with Karen Millen? Please say hello to collection 16. I know you might be looking at this with some familiarity because collection 16 is very exciting. It's a celebration of the classics, and I feel like that's something that I've really focused the last 5-6 years of my collaboration with Karen Millen on, creating items that are going to withstand the test of time in your wardrobe, and this dress is definitely one of them. And I think you're going to see how much of my input is in this collection and how I have really done absolutely everything to bring together so many of my favourites and the items that really do just champion everything that I love. And I can't wait for you to shop this collection. So I've been filming a little reel for my Instagram, which I've just finished up. So I'm not going to show you any more other than that this dress is coming back, and I think that this is one of those dresses that I was never prepared for how much like content people would create around this dress, because I always think to myself, you know, I judge my collaborations by how many people actually wear it. I'll never forget, a few years ago, a long time ago, I saw like influencer collaboration between an influencer and a company, and I remember at the time thinking, gosh, that's weird. And they'd done like a collection, sorry, you can hear a plane overhead. And I remember thinking, gosh, that's weird. And I remember seeing nothing from it. And I even checked their tagged photos. I always think you can tell a lot about an influencer collaboration in the tagged photos, because so many people post online nowadays, so many people share their outfits nowadays. There is a big fly in my room, okay? We're gonna ignore it. And I always look at my tagged photos and I'm like, humble brag, but you guys support and show love for the things that I work on so much. And I almost feel like sometimes we get lost. At the moment, I feel like we're walking this line, and sometimes I think I shouldn't talk about these things, but I'm going to, because I'm passionate about this industry. But like, this industry was built and kind of came from that like it girl culture, where we would see like an it model and she would be the face everywhere, and it was so boring. And I almost worry that that's where things are going in this industry at the moment, where it's like, how do I put this? Like, instead of marrying up really authentic partnerships, which is what this is all about, when you find someone and they wear your stuff or they feature your product or they talk about your brand and you see an uplift, that is when your brand and an authentic person with an authentic audience have come together and beautiful things happen. That's what I want to see so much more of. I really want to see so much more of that. I just want to see authenticity, like real authenticity in this industry again. Like when someone literally loves a product and they don't even need to read a brief, because the way they talk about the product is so engaging and so wonderful. I want to see more of that. I really want to see more of that, because at the moment I'm seeing this like flashy side of this industry, which I'm sure has its place, but like, come on, let's not forget the authenticity. So anyway, that's what I feel about my Karen Millen collection, and it's launching very, very soon, so I'm working on that at the moment. You're going to hear more about it, and I was shooting some content this morning. I have a busy day because a new garden table and chairs is arriving to the yard, and I basically want to have a table and chair, not in the boys' paddock now, because I think that's probably a problem, but like somewhere so that we can all sit down and enjoy and what have you. It's a busy day in the skies. But anyway, so I need to go and take delivery of that at some point. So I'm going to do Atlas's dinner, I've got to take his supplements over, I've got to do bits and pieces like that. I also have a delivery, a geranium delivery, and I'm so excited. My candles and my flowers from eBay. Like, who buys flowers? Who buys plants on eBay? If you do, let me know in the comments. I'm going to put something different on because the sun has come out. It was really sort of overcast today, but we are so lucky in the UK at the moment. This weather is... Well, I've put on another dress. This is actually a bit different. So it's got a touch of like ivory, lemony-ness to it. It's from Amazon, I'll link it down below, but this is a short dress. I'm actually thinking about wearing this for a wine hike at the weekend. I've ummed and ahed about this style of the dress for so long, and I finally took the plunge, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, because it's a little bit different. There's a little bit more space in here. I don't know whether it's just this one or whether, oh, there's a label there. I don't know whether it's just this dress or the whole batch is like that, but I thought this would be so lovely for a wine walk. I hope they do this colour in the longer version as well, because this is really cute. And again, you can do the like off the shoulder thing. But I want to do my plant haul with you because I've never ordered plants like this. I know, me too, Lumi. I've never ordered anything like this from eBay, and I feel like we need to do this together. As you can see, it says live plants, handle with care. So we are going to get this open. And I honestly, I feel like I bought these from a lady's own private collection. I don't know. It was very sort of like, I've got 2 plants if anyone wants them. Oh my gosh. Ooh, created like little pots for them. Oh my gosh, they smell, this is it. We've got it. And there's a little flower on a few of them, so I'm gonna get these in bigger pots as soon as possible. Lumi, my love, you only want to go in the box. Let me get the box out for you, okay? They are so well wrapped, but I genuinely think that these have come from someone's personal collection of plants. How lovely. And they smell like, almost like a powdery, lemony, I cannot tell you how beautiful these smell. Now, seeing as we've got the actual plants, these are the attar of roses, or I keep saying altar of roses. I'll know once I get the candle open, because this is one big old geranium haul. Have you finished with the box, my love? Good. Let's get the other boxes. So this is the first box. I didn't want to get the big candle in case I don't like it, because I've never smelled this fragrance before. I think this is a new sort of celebration from TOWCESTER. See, this says the Pelargonium Glasshouse Collection. I'm sure that there are gardeners watching this like, Lydia, for goodness sake. But if it's confusing for me, I know it will be confusing for other people. And also, I think I might have been able to order these when I wasn't supposed to, because I had them in my basket and then I was trying to find more of them and I couldn't find them. And so I was like, oh, have I just like stumbled across a page that I wasn't supposed to stumble across? But nevertheless, they were dispatched and arrived, and now I can see that they've launched. So, anywho, I'm going to compare the actual fragrance and give you my first impression. So, it's attar of roses, not altar. Please, or altar. Please excuse me for my ignorance. Attar of roses, so that's what the plant's called. So if you want the plants for your own greenhouse, for in your own home, I'm definitely going to be buying more because I think they're so beautiful. In my dressing room they'll look so pretty because they're pink. Okay, this is the moment of truth. So this is a 4-wick candle. I am comparing the two. So what I would say is, first and foremost, just to give you my first impressions, I think the vessel is absolutely beautiful. This is like a white ceramic vessel with embossing of the geranium leaf. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And the attar of roses has a pink centre, but there are different scents in this collection. And what I would say is the scent is absolutely exquisite, and I'm almost annoyed at myself that I didn't buy the big one. But what I would say is that it's different, because this, I would say, is sweeter. They've done a very good job, but I'd say that this is a bit greener, but it's still got that like freshness to it. So I think that what they've done is absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to light this. It's so beautiful. I kind of wish I got the big one. Instead I got the big one of the original geranium. But let's smell the original geranium, because I feel like I've forgotten what that smells like, and I wonder if I'm gonna prefer that. So I'm gonna do it. Let's unbox the other one. Oh, now I want to smell all the others in the collection. Oh. So it says this is a non-toxic, 100% natural, GMO-free wax pure cotton wick. I have loved geraniums and pelargoniums all my life and have a collection of over 110 different varieties in the glass house in my garden. It is an incredibly nostalgic fragrance for me, the smell of home, nature and family. To celebrate 20 years of Bamford, we invited our perfumers into the glass house to capture the essence of geranium, selecting 4 different varieties that showcase the depth and complexity of this special plant. Through 4 delicately blended, handcrafted candles, our glasshouse collection brings the heritage of Bamford to life. I think that's very, very lovely. So I think this might actually be the most expensive candle I have ever purchased. I think it was more than my Jo Malone Wild Berry and Bramble one, and in all honesty, I think this might be bigger though, so I think that might be why. Can't see what I'm doing. This is very slapdash, but this weighs so much. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my fingers. Oh. 5 kilograms, and the burn time is 400 hours. Wow, okay. This is actually the biggest candle ever. And this one, the attar of roses, is 2 kilograms. Wow, okay, so this is more than double. Oh my goodness me. I don't want to ruin these boxes, but it's so pretty. Okay, oh my gosh, so this is a 7-wick candle. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Oh. Right, where's that leaf? Oh, I need another leaf. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Oh, I need to compare them. So I would almost say, God, this is difficult. I actually think that this smells a little bit more like this, but it does have a distinctly rose hue to it, but this has got a bit more greenery in it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how big this candle is. You can't even see me. This is so big. Wow, I'm so happy with them though, and oh, they're just so pretty. A little geranium haul. Who ever thought that Lydia Millen would be doing a geranium haul? I can't quite believe it. I cannot believe I've just dragged these candles into my greenhouse, but I wanted to film a little geranium haul for TikTok, so I'm going to film that. But I have just spent the last half an hour doing some research, and I probably should have done this earlier, but I've been researching pelargoniums and geraniums, because if, like I said, if I can't understand it, then I'm sure there'll be other people that can't understand it. There will be people that know, and I love that for them, but I'm not one of those people. So, pelargoniums and geraniums are often confused, and you will often see pelargoniums labelled as geraniums, but typically geraniums are more of a perennial ground cover plant. So these are actually geraniums. What you can see outside of my greenhouse in this little area here, these are actual geraniums, which is fascinating to me because I feel like my whole life is a lie. Because I always thought, sorry, something just flew into my eye and I don't know what it was. I always thought that with no flowers, this was a geranium. So the plant that is actually in my bathroom, in the wisteria room, is a pelargonium, because they are more of a annual and they have to be overwintered inside. So all of these that I have bought are essentially pelargoniums, and you will see geraniums in the garden generally. I'm sure there are exceptions, and I'm sure that's why it's so blooming confusing. But I just wanted to let you know, because it has been something that I am like, what on earth? And I actually bought, I've got a piece of artwork that I bought from my friend Sasha, and she was like, oh, I think it's a pelargonium. I was like, that definitely looks like a geranium. No, she was right. It's a pelargonium, because we've got it all wrong. So anyway, I have officially started my collection of pelargoniums, which I'm looking forward to having to like overwinter these inside the house. Now I'm trying to work out though, because I've got a lemon pelargonium and a lemon geranium. I'm like, hold on a minute. Now you're just playing tricks on me. But anyway, I thought I would share my research with you because I think that that is very, very interesting. The gardening world never ceases to confuse me and amaze me. Never mind. I am going to get these potted up into some bigger pots, because these are going to be my pride and joy. I want one of these in my dressing room. I want one everywhere. And what I love about these is they get really big and they get like quite dramatic and wild. And so if I can nurse this well, I'm going to do lots of reading on caring for and nurturing pelargoniums so that hopefully I can give them a nice life. Fingers crossed. Now, I need to find some pots. I have just potted up. I've only put them in little pots because I need to go to the stables to get the garden furniture, and I've realised I can't have a garden table without a pot of something on it. So the pot that I'm going to take with me to the stables is a marigold. Marigolds are fine to have in fields with horses, and these are the ones that I grew from seed myself. So this one's looking really nice and healthy. So I'm going to take this little pot for the table and get that all dressed up and looking lovely. Oh, I am back from the stables now, looking like a snack. I actually stayed for quite a while, just chilling with the boys in the field. I kept picking up their hay and putting it back in the bucket, and then they'd take it out again, and then I'd pick it up and put it back in the wheelbarrow, and then they'd take it out again. It was a fun game, but it was just so nice being with them in the paddock like that I just sort of hung around a little bit until my husband was like, are you coming home? Also, I took my first seat on one of the chairs and it broke. So we are now 3 chairs instead of 4. Fantastic. But what I'm doing now is I'm just sitting in my greenhouse doing some research, because I have been potting my rose geranium up. Ali loves the candles, and so I really want to learn about caring for them, because geraniums and, well, pelargoniums actually are quite robust and they can withstand quite a lot. And I'm actually going to search for some more of these rose geraniums so that I can have them in my dressing room, because I think they're going to look so lovely in there as long as I do a bit of research. So, how to care for pelargoniums in the greenhouse. Well, I have learnt that the leaves of the attar of roses are edible. I'm wondering what we can make with them. There's just so much to research, and I'm not the best at learning, I have to be honest. I struggle a lot with learning. However, when you find something that you enjoy learning about, it's just so wonderful, isn't it? It's amazing how, I think if when I was at school, the curriculum would have been a little bit more diverse in what it offered. Imagine if they'd done, I mean, I probably wouldn't have been interested back then anyway, because it wasn't cool. And I was far too concerned with what was cool, but I'd love to go back to school. I'd do it so differently if I went back to school. I'd actually really embrace learning. But anyway, as I've learnt about the rose geraniums, gosh, take a shot every time I say that. You can overwinter them in the house. You want to keep them above sort of 7 to 10 degrees. So if you've got a heated greenhouse, they'll be fine over winter. Otherwise, you're going to want to bring them in. They don't need a lot of watering. So I am going to give my girls a bit of a break now, the lemon ones and the attar of roses, because really they need to dry out. Otherwise, their roots will rot. And in winter, much like I did with my lemon trees, you actually don't really want to water them. You want to allow them to go to a sort of dormant phase, and they don't really need much watering, which is bizarre. I don't know how you know when it starts needing water again, but every day's a school day. Anyway, I'm going to stop sitting in my greenhouse that is getting cold by the second, and I'm going to head indoors. Also, lovely that you were actually resting on one of my geraniums. I mean, talk about a tripod of dreams. Good morning. I've been looking all over for you. Weirdest ending to that day ever, because what I was doing was I was trying to sit down and do some research, but I couldn't get my phone to load because I didn't have any signal. So I went inside, and then I got lost in a sea of geraniums where I learnt so much that their leaves are edible. One of the things I'm going to try and do like a lemon and geranium cake. I read a few recipes online, and basically you smush the leaves in your hands, you wrap the butter for your cake that you're making in the geranium leaves, and then when you bake the cake, you line the bottom of the baking tin with geranium leaves as well. Now my plants, pelargonium leaves, now my plants are not big enough for me to be taking that many leaves at the moment, so I'll have to play it by ear and see what I can do. That might change today though, because obviously I missed Chelsea this year and the FOMO has been so real. And I realised when I told you about the Pelly Mania thing that was happening at Time, basically my greenhouse is an Alitex greenhouse, and the Alitex stand at Chelsea Flower Show was in partnership with Sea Atherley, which is Kath Kitson's new brand, which is just beautiful, and they'd also partnered with Fibrex, I believe, and basically done this huge geranium display. Geraniums were definitely the flower of Chelsea Flower Show this year, 110% from what I can see. Anyway, it's today, so I'm up. It's about 7:30 and I'm about to set off. I really wanted to come to this anyway, but when I saw that it was all sort of like a big charity-based geranium sale, I messaged my friend Irene, who lives in the Cotswolds, and I said, would you fancy, literally last night, I was like, would you fancy going to this? And she was like, yeah. So basically, I'm gonna go and meet Irene there, and we are gonna go, and I'm hopefully gonna buy a few more, maybe different varieties of geraniums, because what I love is that you can have them in your greenhouse throughout the summer and they add like beauty and colour and greenery to the greenhouse when all of your seedlings have basically been moved outside. But then in the winter, you can bring them into your home as well, and you sort of overwinter them. I'm going to keep calling them geraniums because they've been geraniums to me my whole life, but they're pelargoniums most of the time. And I think that it would be so lovely to try and build displays around them because they get so woody and wild and that kind of thing. I think it could be quite nice throughout the winter to just play around with them a little bit and have them in little corners of the house. So we'll see. Anyway, I am dressed and ready to go. I didn't sleep last night. I think it's because I was excited. I also went to see Dr. Ayad yesterday, and I had something I've never had done before, and it was it's definitely something I've been thinking about as a potential, and I had it done. It felt like more serious for me to be having this done, but the moment that he pinched the area of my body, I was like, I actually can't believe how much pain there is there. As you know, since lockdown, I've suffered with headaches, and I've talked and documented quite a lot of trying different methods. First of all, I went to my GP. I think that's the normal thing to do. I went to my GP and I said, at the time, it's been 2 years, and I thought that as I worked on my mental clarity and understanding and worked towards a more peaceful life, the headaches would go. They haven't. And he prescribed me amitriptyline. I took it for about 3 nights, and I think I was taking like the tiniest dose ever, and it was too strong for me. It was just too much. So I realised that maybe that kind of thing was not right. However, I had been taking a lot of Panadol, and that's the only thing that could help me deal with the headaches in the moment. I've had gua sha, I've had acupuncture. The gua sha definitely gives me so much relief, but it's very short-lived. I think I probably need to be having it done every week and walking around with great big red marks on the back of my neck. I'll insert a picture of what my skin looks like after gua sha, and it lasts for about 2 to 3 days. So that's something I do as and when, but at the same time, I can't necessarily do it all the time. I've had Botox in my jaw, and that has definitely helped over the years. I don't always love the effect that it has on my face. It slims the face, which is a byproduct of it. But as you're getting older, you kind of need that volume sometimes. I've had a bit of baby Botox done in my jaw this time because it had been a year since I last had it done. But what we also did, because a lot of the time I find myself holding my shoulder like this, and so we've done some Botox in my trap muscles. I don't know the full name of them, but these muscles here. Just a little bit of baby Botox in there just to see how I respond. I obviously need strength with Atlas. I need to be able to hold his weight and hold his legs and things like that. So my main focus was being able to keep what little strength I have. Ayad has assured me that it won't affect my strength. Obviously, I'm super sensitive to Botox. I could feel it straight away. My shoulder is already just loose a day after having the treatment. Like, it's not up here at all. I can feel the weight on my joint, which I don't think has been anything I felt. I don't think I felt that weight in the joint of the arm just like hanging like that for 5 years. So at the moment, I'm up, no headache. I feel like every time I tell you guys, it's cured my headaches start again. So I'm just gonna see how it goes. But I'm going to jump in the car, I'm going to put on an audiobook. I've still got so much of Simple Abundance to listen to, so I think I'll put that on to drive over and meet Irene. But that is basically what I did yesterday. I had meetings all day and then I had that. So it'll be nice to go and learn a little bit more and also discover more varieties of geraniums, because I feel like a kid at school. And you'll know, if you've read Evergreen, there's a section in my book in Evergreen all about embracing amateur status. I love learning, and I love sharing learning with you on my channel, because I'm someone that didn't embrace learning at school in the way that they should have, and I'm definitely embracing learning later on in life. And so today we are going to learn about a little bit more about geraniums, and also see my friend, who I just think is the loveliest person ever. Although I feel really bad because we've organised this so short notice. I feel like I don't have anything to take her. Last time I took her honey, I can't take her eggs because she's got her own chickens, and I don't have a sourdough ready to take with me. So I'm like, what do I take? And so I bought the tickets for us to go, so I hope that that's okay. My outfit is this White Company dress, which I actually feel like I live in at the moment because it's so comfortable. I've then got a vintage belt on. This is vintage Hermes. I'm taking my basket bag, and then I'm going to pop on my nude Hermes sandals. Then, just in case it gets chilly, because the weather's so strange in the UK, but just in case, I've got this new jumper. This is a little cardigan that just feels a little bit like it's almost like passed down to you from like a beloved grandma or something, and I really like it. This is from the brand Herd, and this is such a special brand because it's all centered around utilizing wools and produce and manufacturing here in the UK. They have such an incredible ethos and such an incredible approach to manufacturing, and so it's a brand that I've purchased from previously. They actually sent this to me, and I feel very lucky that they sent it to me. But it's just a cute little cardigan. I feel very Little House on the Prairie when I put it on, but it's perfect. It's perfect. So I'm gonna load up the car and I'm gonna head to Time. Obviously it's early in the morning, so I've just walked out of my house and it's very chilly. And I'm like, should I be wearing linen today? But it's so sunny. Sometimes it's sunny and cold, but it's saying it's gonna be 19 degrees, so I feel like we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Don't panic, Lydia. Don't panic. It's fine. I'm gonna put my heated seat on, turn the air conditioning off, and we're just gonna warm up. Maybe that's what we need. We just need to warm up. Anyway, I'm gonna zone out and I'm going to put on an audiobook. I probably should have worn mascara this morning in hindsight, because I didn't sleep very well, but you know, I'm just really enjoying not wearing too much makeup, you know. Anyway, I'll see you when we get there. Go to Time if you don't know. Time is a place that Ali and I have been going to for many years. We haven't been for a while, and I've like been yearning to get over there, and this is the perfect opportunity. I've never sort of gone just for the day, I don't think. I've always gone and stayed over. It is quite far. It's sort of like the other side of the Cotswolds, but it's worth it. And to go on a day like today, oh, I feel so lucky. Okay, let's go. This way. It's definitely Pelly Mania at the moment, isn't it? Woohoo! I think I've stayed in that room, or one of them. Ooh, just going to find Irene. Oh, I love it here so much, and it's so nice to get to see it at this time of year as well. Oh, lovely. Wow, so many different ones. We're already on the coffees as well. I never drink coffee. I only ever drink coffee with Irene. This is where we are for the little Pelly Mania. There's not much left though. I'm glad I got the early bird tickets. It is always so beautiful here. The floral arrangements, the linens and the silks, stunning. But what I am very excited to smell for the first time, I'm not allowed to buy any more candles, okay? But this is the newest candle from Bertioli, and when I tell you their candles are something else, I have very high expectations for this, and I'm going to let you know if they deliver. Oh my god, that smells so good. It's like green, very green, but floral at the same time, so it doesn't feel too like, I don't know, like frilly. I love it. Well, I am up in the shop at Time, and basically what they have done is created their own line of linens, which I just love so much. The carrots, the turnips, the tomato. I think the tomatoes is my absolute favourite, and they've kind of changed up their retail offering here now, where it's all just pretty much books that inspire and their own products and fabrics. I love this sofa. I love this whole setup. You've got the iconic bronze sheep. I would love to have these in our games room. I would love to have 2 of these in there. They are so beautiful. Oh, I'm desperate for them. But absolutely loving it. And I've got myself a lovely little loot of some pelargoniums. I asked the gentleman from Fibrex to basically suggest a few lovely scents, and I've got them. So we're going to head back to Irene's now for some lunch. Okay, I'm back in the car. We didn't stay for lunch. We're actually going to go and have lunch at Irene's. Do you know what it was? I was trying to send text messages, and I don't know if you know, but you can do this thing in your car where you go, hey Siri, send... Probably sounds so old, and you're like, yes Lydia, we know. But you go, hey Siri, send a WhatsApp message to Irene, and then it lets you dictate it and you can send it, and you don't touch or look at your phone, like having a conversation in the car. I did that, but when I said Irene, it didn't recognise the name, so I was going, Irene? And then when I've seen her, I've gone to call her Irene. I'm like, no. Anyway, she was very naughty. We purchased lots of the Fibrex pelargoniums, and I basically asked for the most sort of scented one. So I got one called Old Spice, and another one, which I actually don't know. Oh, it's dictating my text message to her now because I've said, hey Siri, cancel.
Okay, cancel.
Stop listening to me. So I've picked 3 pelargoniums, and he suggested some nicely fragranced ones. So one is like Old Spice, and it literally smells like Old Spice, which I really like. I like a spicy fragrance, but like an ambery spice. Then he suggested another one. I'll tell you which ones I've got. Orange Fizz. Love that one. And then I also got Blandfordianum Rosium. That one's a little bit beyond me, but they're all really fragrant. And then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go grab my purse. And Irene bought them for me. She's such a good egg, it's unbelievable. Last time she did my whole entire food shop when I came here. It was ridiculous. But we're gonna go and head to hers for lunch now, and I feel so excited that I get to see her house at this time of year, because I don't think I've ever been when it's been this warm, or at this time of year. We're going to find out. I also caught up with the wonderful Karen from Time as well. You'll know I'm like her biggest fan. I am forever trying to encourage her to do more on social media, because she is the most inspiring woman, and she's so creative, and she's so wonderful, and she's so kind and so good at what she does. But naturally, in the world that we exist in, it's quite difficult to put yourself out there like that, and I completely relate and I completely understand, and I'm going to continue to pester her about it. But also, I'm wearing my Herd cardigan, and there was the most beautiful Herd cardigan in the Time shop, and now I need to buy it. Anyway, I also need to put my hair back because I look like a bit of a scruff. Anyway, in the sat nav, heading to Irene's for lunch. I have just got out of the car, and I cannot tell you the magic of this place. Oh my gosh, the smell that hits you when you get out of the car here.
Yeah, the scent is everything.
You live in heaven.
The scent, the lilac,
Oh.
everywhere.
Oh, the bees are loving it as well. Oh my gosh. The wisteria is out. It's on its last bloom, but basically what Irene has is like successional blooms of wisteria. So this is one that will go back. Isn't that a climbing hydrangea as well? Oh.
And they're really nice, woven through like other stuff.
Yeah.
Smell this one. It's about to start.
Yeah, this is the best smelling wisteria.
The most highly scented.
Yeah, because I think I put one of these in by mistake at my house, and it's right by the front door. So when I open the front door, it's all I can smell.
Look, can you see what the mistake is?
This is hilarious. Sorry, I have to talk about our conversations. It's so funny. I don't think we've ever finished a conversation. It's ridiculous.
The anxiety is a lot right there, because we like skip as well. Like we go from topic. How did we go from dermatology? How did we go from whisper?
You told me to do this.
No, but
hello, puppy. Sorry. Hello. Oh.
My best child.
Yeah.
Best child.
Okay, what's the problem?
So the problem is that it's planted in the wrong location. It's planted up a very small wall against a small wall.
Ah.
And you see, it's got nowhere to
Sorry,
go.
Porridge.
It's got nowhere to go.
So you can't. So obviously.
You need big walls
Right.
or arbors, so somewhere where you can train. Now
Could this not have been trained down there, or is it just because it's too late?
No, it needs to go up.
We are in the courtyard of dreams, and Irene has gone and got us the most wonderful lunch of goodness. And this is my first time, I think, here when it's this sunny and this warm. Oh wow! Oh gosh, what a spread. It's just so picturesque, Irene. Honestly, your home is so lovely and so warm. We were just having a laugh and a joke because I walked in and I just took my shoes off and just perched myself in my little seat that is now my official seat in your house, and I just put my feet up. Found my little spot. What have you got here then?
So look, you know we were saying pelargoniums, geraniums.
Yeah.
Geraniums.
Yes, geraniums.
Geraniums, but they look exactly like if you were to take one of those and put in a pot, it'd be like a pelargonium.
Yeah. It's very, very confusing.
Right, where are you sitting so I can look?
Where do you want me to sit?
No, you sit there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take my pew. So the last time we were here, this was a work in progress and now everything has been planted. So this is Irene's herb garden and you've got a number of different roses. So this rose is...
It's called Kew Gardens.
Kew Gardens.
Yeah.
David Austin?
David Austin.
Wonderful.
Yeah. The main reason we planted those is there's a lot of scent. There'll be a lot of scent.
Oh, can I smell them?
Herbs, right?
Oh, right.
So we've got lavender. We've got rosemary.
Oh, they smell lovely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But not highly.
No, but like that's like a typical rose. This is Eustacia vi.
So that should climb quite nicely.
Oh, wow.
These will get really big.
Okay.
But that one is highly scented.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That
this one's highly scented.
That smells like
nice.
my perfume, which you can't smell anymore.
Can you smell?
It's a rose de grace joyful bloom. It's lovely.
It's tiny now, but can you imagine?
Yeah.
Next year,
This will have all
they're gonna be
erupted.
and a lot of the smell will come obviously from thyme, rosemary.
Yeah. You've got origeron as well.
Yeah, we've got oregano.
Lavender. Wonderful.
Different times. We've got a lemon thyme, a normal thyme, a little bit of catmint.
Oh,
And
yes.
That's it really.
Oh,
And
wow. And then you're going to do anything in here?
no, I don't think so.
Ah.
No, we're going to leave it as is. Got this on
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Do you know what I want?
And this, and we pulled it together. They're two separate things.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want a water feature in my garden.
Well, I've got like the one I've got at the front.
Yeah.
Or the pond. You could build a little pond.
Well, I want something in the center. I want it in the center of the vegetable garden where we've got a little flower bed, but I feel like I want some like trickling water
Come
somewhere.
and have a look at the water.
So we were just saying, oh, it's like, wow, look at the irises. And Irene was like, do you like irises? And I was like, well, I didn't really, but then when I was in Provence, they were kind of everywhere. And she was like, they look like vaginas. And I was like, well, now you've said it. I was telling Irene that I would really like some kind of water feature in my garden. Obviously, this is the dream. I don't think this would look right in my garden as much as I wish it would. Just like a little round thing. And then like something in the middle of it. Like kind of, yeah, like a smaller version.
We've got like a little trickling.
Yeah, I love
the sound.
Yeah, it's got to be the trickle, hasn't it?
It's got to be a trickle.
Yeah, because we have one that's like
Little
literally
trickle.
someone peeing in a bucket.
Yeah,
that's what we've got. isn't it?
Osmos we get every year. They're,
Yeah.
like, they're cheap. They're
You just go and buy plugs every year.
plugs every year.
Got you.
Because they're an annual.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
die.
yeah.
I absolutely never. I have no time, babe, to do stuff from seed.
No.
That's not going to give me a couple of years.
No.
I've got the time.
No. What a spectacle.
It's lovely, isn't it?
That is storybook wisteria. Like that is,
Yeah.
that only exists in your garden and in storybooks. Porridge loves her garden.
She does.
She's like, here, come this way. So this is Irene's favourite rose.
It's my favourite rose. It's the Gertrude Jackal.
Ah,
And
yes.
It's David Austin's
Yes.
bestseller.
So-
I would say one of his bestsellers, and it's absolutely glorious. Can you please have a smell?
Yeah. Do you know what? I did a rose and peony workshop last year
Yeah.
with the land gardeners
Okay, yeah.
at Ashby Manor House, and they were like, Gertrude Jekyll is like one of
Yeah.
the best to have. I don't have any in my garden,
Yeah.
and
So this is my favourite of all the roses.
oh my
I know.
goodness me,
It's everything.
that is
And
how?
it's everything.
How
I
can
know.
something just occur that smells like that?
I know.
This.
Gertrude is everything.
I wonder who is Gertrude Jekyll.
So, I think she was, I want to say she was a gardener, right?
Right. Imagine
Something-
having the most popular David Austin rose
I mean, it's
named
phenomenal.
after you. Do you like Rosa Desdemona?
I've got Desdemona.
Okay, because that's what I've got in my garden. I've got
The
Desdemona.
white ones.
Yeah, like pinky, like a subtle pink. I also have two Claire Austins,
Yes, I've got Claire Austin's.
and I've got, when I didn't know what I was buying with roses, I bought Winchester Cathedral and Tranquility, and they don't have much fragrance to
Okay, I
them.
don't need them.
No.
Christmas,
Yeah.
I cut up branches and I can like put them on our
Wow.
yeah in the kitchen. And so the branch, it's twisted hazel.
So this is twisted hazel, and even the leaves are a little bit twisty woo-woo.
Yeah. So we
Wow.
just planted, but look at this. So I can cut this. Isn't that amazing?
And you use it. Is that what's over
For
your
the
island?
installation,
Ah,
we can put twisted hazel. We can put just different sticks. Beautiful.
I love that. We were going around, and basically I was saying, oh, what's this, and is that this, and what's this, that and the other, and then
Everything.
we saw that a flower over there, and I said, oh, what's this? And we were both sort of like, oh, and I said, is it a delphinium? even I'm impressed at this point, because I've just spent the whole time at lunch saying, oh, my brain doesn't really remember anything and I can't make information go in. And then when I'm starting to really learn a little bit something about flowers, or not about flowers, but their names, which I'm impressed by, in all honesty. But we're going to go and have cake in the herb garden and then take a little walk around. These are pretty as well. These are like little wildflowers.
Yeah, that's all weeds.
No, weeds are all flowers.
Weeds are just flowers
Planted in the wrong place. Apart from the gardens and the house and Irene and the animals and obviously Mike as well, this is my favourite thing about coming to your house is this. It's just such an like eclectic beauty of wonderfulness. Oh.
So there's nothing new here?
No.
Like it's all like old pieces. Like this is all from France.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the linen.
Oh, I still haven't got myself. I had some linen embroidered with our monogram.
Yeah.
I found the most incredible thing for my best friend. I think it's totally lost on her because she likes colour and they were white. But I found her antique French linen napkins.
This is it?
Yeah, with her initials on it. She also loves wine, and it had a grapevine with grapes on it. But we're so different. I know that that's really a gift that I would like, that I got for her, because...
What was her reaction?
I don't know if she's ever used them. Carrie, you'll have to let me know if you've ever used them. But I thought, I was like, I have hit the jackpot. They've got grapevines on them. She's wine obsessed. She's literally doing like a course on wine at the moment.
And what's her initial? Yeah.
Oh, I love these ones.
I know those are pretty, aren't they?
Yeah, I love embroidery.
We just use all of them.
Oh, this is like a hanky, isn't it? A little hanky.
Yeah, like a little...
cocktail.
Like a cocktail
Yeah.
napkin,
So
and this is like a proper napkin.
we had little cocktail squares made in... I found someone on Etsy and I absolutely love it, but I haven't managed to get proper ones made yet.
We've seen these, so...
Tankards.
The tankards, but we get like our friends to engrave their names.
Oh my god, is these silver as well?
Yeah, they're silver.
Wow, oh that's so pretty.
And then they come in and we use their tankard.
Oh, that's so
champagne.
cute.
We serve champagne.
Oh my gosh, I love. Oh my gosh, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that for the bar.
It's the best idea.
Yeah, I love that.
Especially if they're quite drunk, like they'll get like a really like rusty toilet.
Yeah.
My name's going.
That was very nicely done on that one. Whoever did M. Of course.
But there's some really like who's this?
Sophie.
And then someone's crossed out her name and put their name, like
Amber.
Yeah.
The battle of the tankards.
Yeah.
AL.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike's is the best.
Yeah.
I love that though. Champagne and tankards. I love that.
I went to one of the last gentlemen's clubs in London and got that idea.
I love that.
Served champagne in tankards. I'm like, when I grow up, I'm going to have that. And there you go.
I'm your protege, so I'm stealing all of your ideas.
Oh my God, yes. Still with pride.
Oh, this is so pretty. I just love how dramatic your interiors are. All I want to get is like more blue ceramics in my home. Have you seen the Norfolk blueware? They do chicken plates, like in blueware.
You know we're properly chicken ladies now. I mean, look at the level of your excitement.
And like, look at this. This is just beautiful. And I want more. Where are you going, Porridge?
Off to the library.
Oh, of course, she's got some reading to do. Important books.
She's got to.
This entrance, though, this is everything. This has gone viral on like Pinterest and things like that, hasn't it? Yeah, I've seen that everywhere.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I have just got home and I thought I would talk to you in the car. Just because I have been listening to Simple Abundance. I stopped listening to it in April because I actually didn't stop listening to it in April. I'd got to April by sort of the time I was in February, and so I thought I'd give myself a little bit of time to listen to something else. And I've actually not been driving many places, in all honesty, other than the stables, and I haven't been listening to things, which is such an important part of my self-care. But it's so funny because this book is just, it's me personified, in all honesty. Like, I didn't know I was doing a lot of the Simple Abundance things, and I'm also learning so many things. And I have to be honest, it's so interesting because today I was driving from Time to Irene's house and I came over the crest of the hill
in her village, and in front of me, I've seen this cottage before. It is immaculate, but I've never seen it at this time of the year. And hanging over her beautiful gate was an older lady with a hat, just like my hat, which is from the Land Gardeners. Hers is a little bit more rigid, I think. In a beautiful blouse with a beautiful jumper just over the top. And it honestly took my breath away. I was like, I feel like I'm sat front row in the future of my life. And as always, I feel like it is super important for me to share those moments, because I can't tell you how many times I am told I am doing something wrong, and have been told I am doing something wrong in my career. When I started out and I was talking about handbags, you shouldn't be talking about handbags. You shouldn't be buying them secondhand. You should be supporting the designers. You should not be buying H&M because then it's bad for the environment. You should not be speaking about your wealth because that makes other people feel bad. You shouldn't be doing things this way. You shouldn't be building a greenhouse here. You shouldn't be growing your vegetables. It's bad for the environment. You shouldn't be doing it this way. You're doing it wrong this way. And I'm like, every single time I have evolved as a person, there has been somewhere, whether that's the media, whether that's groups of people online, someone telling me I'm doing something wrong. And I cannot tell you how reassuring it is to witness some wonderful lady who has retired. She's a friend of Irene's. She's retired. And there she was, not living on the internet in any way, shape or form. I wish she did. I would follow her instantly. Existing in a world of abundance and beauty. And it fascinates me. It truly fascinates me how through every iteration of my life, when I was doing fitness content, when I was doing this, when I was doing that, everything has always been wrong. And then you just see someone existing like that and you're like, this isn't just something that I do for the internet. I get that all the time. You're only doing this because this is I promise you, if I wasn't on the internet, my house would be the same. I'd still be doing all of the same things, because I've been listening today to Simple Abundance. And one of the things that it says in the book, which I tried to record it in a note, she said something along the lines of, homemaking, or making a house a home, is the highest form of self-care. And that was like a sucker punch to the gut, because it made perfect sense to me. I do this because it's me taking care of me. And I've always said, I've had little glimpses of these things in my life over the years. My grandma, my nonna, they're both very like homely, beautiful homes, both different in their own right. And little glimpses into that, but I never existed or lived in that with my mum. I love my mum. My mum's amazing and my mum did her best, but it's a very different thing. And so now I'm creating that life for myself, and I love that I am able to do that. And there is nothing like filling your cup up with a whole day spent with your friend, looking at beautiful plants, which, by the way, sorry about that, my battery died, and I thought, do you know what, it's probably better that I unpack the car and just get everything inside and show you. I'm so tired, and we are about to head out for dinner with our friends at the pub and enjoy the start of the bank holiday weekend. I thought I would show you my geraniums that I picked up from Vibrex. What I've realised is geraniums are the labubus of the of the countryside. However, I would never bash someone for what they like. Obviously, I don't understand the labubu thing, but in all honesty, you do whatever makes you happy. I would say these are probably a little bit, they've got a little bit more to them. They have fragrance, beauty in the flowers, they require nurturing, that kind of thing, and they are obviously part of Mother Nature. So slightly different to labubus, borderline probably insulting to the pelargoniums and geraniums, but what have you. So yes, this is the Blandfordianum rosum, and this is almost like a peppery rose. Do you know what this smells like? This smells like Robin James's hair product, Man4. Love that one. And then this is a little orange fizz. It literally smells like orange fizz. Oh, it's gonna smell like things then. And then the pot as well. I always say, if you pot something up, I'm more likely to buy it. If you frame it, I'm more likely to buy it. And this pot is so beautiful. Where is it from? Doroma. I'm gonna have to find some of these because I really like these pots.
D'Aroma. I'm gonna Google it now. And then this is the Old Spice one that literally smells like Old Spice. So now this is basically the Beanie Babies, the Labubus, the Hermes bags of the adult world. I am now beginning my collection of geraniums, and I promise you I'll update you on how they go. I know I'm one of those people where I get a little bit obsessed with things, but I think that's enough for me for now. Although there was one particular geranium where we were stood there and Irene said, do you have this geranium? And the lady next to her said, that's the one we all want. And I was like, what is it? And I was like, no, Lydia, no, I don't need the Hermes bag of the geranium world. I really like the ones that I've chosen. I like the ones with the interesting fragrances, maybe not too bright in their colours, and I'm excited to nurture them. I'm gonna get myself ready now. I don't know whether to just wear this to the pub. I want to take the boys to see Atlas for the first time, and I obviously want to be comfortable as well. Maybe I'll put some trousers on or something.